Welcome back to a special edition of CI Living, where we are live from Assembly Hall, where we are getting ready for the National Monster Truck Show taking place tomorrow night. Now, they're getting preparations all underway, but one truck that you can see that you could actually leave a mark on is this one right behind me, Chalkboard Chuck, and its driver, Joe. Welcome to CI Living.
Thank you very much for having us here.
Okay, so what is unique about Chalkboard Chuck?
One special feature of this truck is the CR code here, where you can take a picture of this and you can go back and upload it and you can see highlights of the truck running.
And it's only one of two trucks that you can do that with, so that's a neat feature.
Yeah, it's really neat. I mean, only two trucks out there that you can do this with, so that's something.
But there's even something more neat about this truck, and something with chalk.
Right, check this out. Everybody that comes out to the show for the pit party, look, you can even write on the truck. What do you think about that?
I love it, and I love how you wrote CI Living. You did a great job there. So talk a little bit about the pit party, what people can experience if they come out early.
You come out early, you get to meet all the drivers, you meet everybody out here, you can get to sign the truck like we just did, and check out the trucks, because a lot of people don't get to see the trucks up close and personal. You come out, you look, and you can crawl underneath, and you can see how these things work. It's really a neat deal.
All right, so let's look and talk about the truck here, because it looks like we've got two different wheels going on here. So what are the differences in the wheels?
Okay, the small tires, we have to put the small tires on the truck so we can get them in our trailers so we can move them up and down the interstate. Then when we get here, as you can see, we're putting on the big tires here so we can go and do our show.
And as we mentioned earlier, it takes roughly 30 minutes to change out the tires. Why does it take so long?
Well, I mean, you see how big they are. We've got to jack the tires up, take the little ones off, and then slide the big ones on, and it can be a chore trying to get them lined up. You got to get all the bolt holes lined up, so it can be a little bit of a challenge.
Little challenge, I bet. And it was definitely challenging getting up inside of one of those from earlier in the show. Now, how long have you been driving monster trucks and doing the monster truck thing?
I've been driving trucks for 22 years.
Really? So what is it about monster trucks that you enjoy the most?
The thing I like most is meeting all the fans. The kids are awesome. I mean, that's what drives us.
Monster truck fans are definitely the best. Now, obviously, you're probably not from Central Illinois, so where are you from and how much traveling do you do with this tour?
Well, I'm from Westport, Kentucky, and I mean, we do all the shows. We'll travel from Wisconsin to Michigan to Kentucky to Illinois, so there's a lot of traveling involved in it.
Yeah. Now, how much does this truck weigh? How much does it cost to maintain? Talk a little bit about that.
The truck weighs in roughly around 10,000 pounds. There is a lot of maintenance on them because you have to, keep up with your fluid changes. If you don't, you lose a motor, you lose a transmission. The hog heads, what we call a hog head, the gears in the rear ends there, you have to maintain those or they'll break. People don't realize it, but these trucks, they can break very easy. So because of all the moving parts on them.
Yeah, I'm sure I've seen monster trucks before, and they get pretty beat up and dinged up after each show. So what is it like putting it back together?
That's the bad part. The fun part is tearing them up. The bad part's when you got to put them back together. You'll spend, 2 or 3 days trying to get it all put back together because you've got to get down the road to go to your next show. So
yeah, and I'm sure it's not exactly cheap to buy new replacement parts.
Oh, no. It's like a tire. If we pop a tire, which is very easy, you're looking at $2,500 a tire. A shock on these trucks, you see we've got...
Yeah, let's get up in here and look at this. We'll show everybody at home just what it looks like inside the truck here. So what are we looking at?
Right here, you've got our motor. We've got the blower and injection unit. That's makes it all our horsepower for us. You've got your shocks right here, 2 shocks per wheel, 30-inch travel shocks. That's what helps us with a ride so we don't get beat up everywhere.
And you sit in the middle, right?
Right. We sit right directly in the middle of the truck. That way you can see, and when it goes to tip or something, you've got a feel of where you're at, so you're safe.
All right, you're all harnessed in.
Oh, yeah.
Well, thanks so much for letting us get a sneak peek into the Chalkboard Chuck truck. Everybody needs to come out tomorrow night to the pit party to leave their mark on the truck for this weekend show. Thanks so much for having us.
Thank you for coming out. Everybody, come out and see us.
All right, let's toss it over to Joe, who's meeting with a father-son duo competing for the first time.
Thanks, Heather. We're over here with Bobby and Cody, the father-son team, as you said, and they're competing tonight. Thank you guys for joining us today. I know you had a long drive from Ohio, was it?
Yeah, Dayton. Not too bad, though.
Okay, and so what got, I'm imagining a timeline here, and I'm thinking you probably got involved in monster trucks first. Is that true?
Do I look that much older than him?
I just assume since you're his dad, maybe there's an age difference there.
Yeah, I've been doing it for 28 years now. Cody's 17. He was actually born into it, running with us all since he's been a little kid, but this is the first full year that he's competing, and he's doing a fantastic job.
And so what was appealing to you when you were first starting out?
Well, when I first got it out, it was just one of those deals, who had the biggest truck, you know, and then I ran into a guy named Bob Chandler, a guy that owns Bigfoot, and that was all she wrote from there.
Perfect. And then, Cody, so a lot of dads, maybe they don't have as cool of a hobby as driving monster trucks. What did you think of Dad's crazy obsession with trucks?
I just seen it so long, I just fell in love with it right off the bat. It's just one thing I've always wanted to do my entire life.
What's your earliest monster truck memory? Do you remember that first time you got behind the wheel?
Oh yeah, I remember. It was just one of the best feelings in the world to be able to just jump and fly through the air like I've always wanted to for so long.
But there's obviously some risk involved, probably, right? I mean, did you have any apprehensions about him joining?
Well, I didn't. Mama did, though. You know, she still tells me every time, better take care of that boy. But these trucks are probably some of the safest racing vehicles on the planet. Custom seats, harnesses, fire seats, fire suits, Hans devices, custom helmets. I mean, if you get hurt in one of these, it's just one of them weird deals. So I feel real safe with the way we built the truck for him. The truck was built for him. So we're confident in the truck that he won't get hurt.
I want to say that I sense some sort of friendly family dynamic, maybe a rivalry, maybe a competition. Do you sense that as well, Cody?
Oh yeah, every time I line up next to him, I'm wanting to beat him so bad, and then just sometimes it happens. Most of the time he gets me though, so.
And your thoughts on this?
Oh, yeah, you're never going to let the kid win on purpose. You know, they say, oh, you know, you're going to have a son. Well, you know what? If he's going to beat me, he's going to earn it. He's not getting nothing given to him.
Okay, well, maybe I should separate you two if you get excited here. But I also wanted to ask, so how does the competition part of this work?
Oh, it's awesome. We're going to do side-by-side racing. We're going to do wheelie contest, donut contest, and we're going to do the freestyle. The crowd gets to pick that. We got some bad trucks here, Raminators sitting over there. Lucas Oil puts on a fantastic show with the Monster Nationals and special events, family events. So it's one of the best monster truck shows around.
Yeah, perfect. And I want to talk quickly about this beast we have right here. This is your car. You were telling me the body, I forgot, but it's also called Star Marshal. Tell me all about your car.
Well, it's a 32 Cadillac, and basically I built it to mimic his truck the best I could. It's got the same motor. It's got just as much power as his does.
No, it don't.
On some days, I think it does.
Yeah. We didn't tell him all of our secrets and give him all of our good stuff yet.
This is a guy who really wants to win here. Yeah, and so Star Marshal, is this some sort of combination Western sci-fi kind of thing, or where did that come from?
Yeah, when I was a kid, I always liked the cowboy stuff, and I always was fascinated with space stuff, so I figured why not combine them and see what happens, and just every little kid that comes up to me, oh, I love your truck, it's my favorite one. It's just been a big hit with everybody.
Yeah, and so what's that like for both of you, I guess, now that you can kind of share something with a family? And you said, you know, you have your daughter is in nursing and your wife is in healthcare, so it's probably a good idea. But what's it like to share this with your son?
It's awesome. You know, it's every dad's fantasy dream to see his kids surpass him and do something better. So hopefully, you know, they'll come up and they'll take care of all this stuff and they'll take over the whole business and run the whole thing.
Well, I totally appreciate you guys coming in. I don't know, I won't put money on either of you. That's how objective I am today. But thanks for joining us. We're going to be here for the rest of the hour, and there's a lot more excitement coming up. So stay with us here on CI Living, live at Assembly Hall.